Are you kidding me?
No, it's down to 76.
Yeah,
We
we
lost.
keep going up and down.
All right, here,
Someone
let me
Someone
add.
jumped off the ship. They're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not in
Nah.
for this.
Nah, it's fine. I'll get him next time.
The coma episode did it.
Yeah, it did. And then we haven't posted in 2 weeks
Would
since
you?
that one. That makes it even worse.
All right, you're at 77 now, boys.
Are we? Okay. It just, I don't know. We
Well,
just.
I'm 77.
Oh,
he subscribed.
right on, brother.
Nice.
Right on.
Sweet.
5-year coma 13 days ago. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesse and I did 2 solo episodes and published them over the course of two weekends. They were like an hour each.
Yeah.
One of them was that idea that I gave you when we were at Hop Dottie a few weeks ago of the lady that actually woke up from a 5-year coma.
Mhm.
What news stories will we tell her?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think Jesse did 5. I had 10.
I couldn't
And
come up with 10.
We spent, an hour, 15 minutes going through them. And so he just reveals to me yesterday, he asked me if I watched it. I'm like, yeah, I watched it. He's like, well, what did you think about the photos that I
Call
put
this
in
bluff
there?
is what I did.
So I immediately jumped on YouTube because I was like, what photos is he talking about? And I had only watched 12 minutes in, of which no photos had come in. What he did was each time we started a news story, above our heads, he would put the person or some kind of image related to the event
Okay.
up above it. So we upped the production quality a little bit.
Yeah, look
But-
at that.
But it was shot in 12 frames per second. So it's not a pretty video to watch. But the photos are
Thankfully, we don't move much, so it's not that jarring.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, and you've only got one camera.
It was
angle,
like,
right?
Yeah.
it was bad. Any was moved, we're like, it
Wait.
looked ugly.
We had a cable issue. If we stayed kind of the position that we're in right now, it's fine. But if one of us gets up, it just, it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope this one's night and day difference because we've added a lot since then.
We've now got studio lighting.
You need to get like a second camera so that it's you flip back and forth.
I'm trying to get either Tim or Ashton to upgrade to the 15, and then we can do it. Or we'd have to buy a second hard drive, which would be quite costly. That would be the problem. But then we can definitely do like cuts and stuff.
Were the hard drives that expensive?
We got ours for $150. It was on sale though. I don't know what they are right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Trey, we're on YouTube now. And I told him Wednesday night, I made some comment related to video. He's like, you guys just are uploading audio on YouTube, right? I'm like, no, Trey.
Yeah,
I've had video for months now.
That shows you how long it's been since I listened.
Yeah. Since you
Busted.
got a job, really.
Yeah, I mean,
You used to be so faithful every week texting us about the videos.
yeah, pretty much.
And then he gets hired and ghosts.
Well, I mean, no, because I've been at my job now for actually right at a year.
Mm.
But the past few months has been pretty hectic.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to just be able to like put it on while I'm working. But now
You have to pay attention and stuff.
yeah, I got to focus on a lot of what I'm doing. I don't have the
Yeah.
brain power to.
That's understandable.
So.
We don't fault you. No one listens. That's why we love it.
Jesse's got the opposite situation of what you and I do, where he can listen to stuff all day long,
Mhm.
and I do envy him for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't listen to any kind of speaking, or really, I have a hard time listening to music with lyrics in it. Like, I
Yeah.
just put on instrumental music, have that on if I have anything on. But I totally get it. Dude, I'm getting involved in these cookies.
Get involved in the cookies, Juliana.
Juliana, thank
appreciate
you.
that.
I've already had one, and they absolutely slapped. So I'm going for number 2.
Ash was making slap motions in the kitchen when he was biting. I was like, I know what you mean. I get it.
That's good. She'll like to hear that.
Yeah.
She'll probably get to this point in the podcast and then stop listening.
And then be thankful. Yeah. She's like,
now
all right,
that
cool.
she's got her shout out.
Cookies were mentioned. Now that's it.
So let me immediately throw this man in hot water. You've been married for 2 years?
2.5. Actually, like right at 2.5 pretty much.
So, dude, how is it? Just like overall. Have you adjusted to it? Because I know
Oh,
there's an
yeah,
adjustment
yeah.
period.
There is, but I mean, I don't want to say. I mean, I don't want to speak for other couples, but like we dated for like 5 years before we got married, and so the adjustment period was pretty seamless. And I mean, we like have known everything about each other for like pretty much as long as we've been dating, and so when we got married, I mean, we bought a house like 2-3 months before we got married, and then moved in, and it was just like pick up and go. I mean, no, it's awesome. I don't know how I lived pre-Juliana, so
That's a good sign.
yeah, no, it's
It took me and Savannah. It was weird because the first 2 years of our marriage, she worked night shifts. Really, almost 3, I guess, worked night shifts. So we were never like on this right schedule for the longest time. So I always say it took us about 2.5 years to finally like settle in. We don't like argue anymore. We're just like, obviously the little stuff comes up, but or you just you ride the wave, I guess you can say.
yeah.
It took us about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah, people will tell us like the first year is like really hard, getting adjusted. Like, dude, it was like I don't want to say it was easy, but it was pretty easy. Like,
Yeah.
we got adjusted pretty quick. I mean, she was working at the church and then quit working at the church pretty much right after we got married. And so, I mean, that's the only thing that might have been weird is that the church is now 45 minutes away. And so driving every day, and she would have gotten home, at 6 or later, depending on traffic every day. So she, I'd be done working before she got home, which wouldn't have been a big deal. But I mean, that would have probably been mentally draining on her if she had to do that for a long period of time. But she stopped doing that. She works at Trinity now. She loves that. And yeah, we've been in a groove for 2.5 years.
Good.
So
I say this completely genuinely, that most couples I don't want to say envy. I wouldn't say that I would say that most couples I wouldn't aspire to be in that situation. But from outward appearances, it seems like you and Julianne really have a good thing going on.
I would say we do. But it's all, I mean, this is like the most cliche thing ever, but we're also best friends outside of, like I married my best friend. She married her best friend, right? So there's definitely a benefit to that. I mean, things that other couples might get really spun up about, or, I mean, we're so quick to like nip any big fight in the bud. I mean, there's really not a lot. I mean, we're also both just pretty logical people, so there's not really a lot of, extra emotion that goes into making decisions or trying to solve problems. So that makes things pretty easy. But yeah.
All right. Well, I think she'll approve of that answer.
I would like to think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Love you, Juliana.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the cookies.
Now
Yeah.
she can check out.
Yeah, no,
Now we can talk about video
Now
games.
she can
and fun
sign
stuff.
off. All right. Now that she's gone,
Yeah.
start
Ju-
using
Jules.
profanity.
Am I right? That Jules.
I'll admit, speaking of profanity, I don't know how much I want to dive into this. I had a really bad encounter yesterday with a wasp.
Oh.
And I don't handle bugs very well.
Yeah.
But there was a wasp like on the door in our kitchen, like right behind Juliana, and I saw it and freaked out. And
Inside the house? or-
inside the house, I don't know how it got in, but
Are they already out?
yeah, this one was. Yeah,
So what happened?
I
Does
mean,
she take care of bugs?
I'll smack it and kill it, and then my job
And
is
then that's
done.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And even then, it's like pulling teeth to get me to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
So is she like that also? So then you have to do it? Or
no,
how does that work?
she handles it a lot. I'll admit she handles it a lot better than I do. I
Yeah.
don't handle it very well.
Wow. Okay.
I like to call the bug names.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
not really good names.
I got woken back when Savannah was doing night shifts. I got woken up at 3 a.m. No joke, because there was a spider in the sink in our bathroom, and she was awake and she wouldn't go kill it. She woke me up in the middle of my sleep to go do it. She's that bad about it.
Okay,
I won't touch.
I would do that like I would wake Julianne up
What?
for a bug. And actually,
What?
but because it's actually happened before, but it wasn't a spider.
Jules.
It was like a what are those little? A katydid? Is that what the green that look like leaf bugs?
Stink bugs?
No, it wasn't a stink bug.
I
It
get
was small.
those.
It was like kind of big.
Oh.
I think they're called katydids. I don't know.
Mhm.
But one of them somehow got in, and it was her fault, by the way, because she left the door open when she was taking the dog out
Mm.
at like midnight. It got in, it flew into our room, all the way into our room, and it was on the TV. I mean, it was in our house for a little bit or whatever. She had gone back to bed, and I was still watching TV, and I just saw it like plop on the TV, and I woke her up. I turned on every single light in the room, and had to get in position to kill it. But I don't handle it very well. And yes, I will wake her up to help me kill the bug.
Wow.
And that's probably one of my many toxic traits, but it is what it is.
That's awesome.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that, just says like,
You just-
vent.
Yeah,
smack it.
yeah.
do you handle it though? Do you like?
If it is a spider or cockroach, you're dead. Like, no negotiation. Most other bugs, I try to catch it and throw it outside because I do feel
Really?
somewhat remorseful about getting it.
Dude,
but-
no mercy in my house.
If it's something that could harm me, it's game
well,
over.
besides ladybugs, that is my only exception. I'll pick up a little ladybug and get him outside. Everything else, I could care less about them.
Do you get ladybugs just in the house?
Very rarely, but sometimes.
It's like starting to happen now at our house.
Really?
It's like three or four the other day.
We get stink bugs.
We don't get those.
We only get stink bugs.
those
now.
stay outside. They're on the
It's crazy.
patio outside.
Yeah.
Ladybugs will come inside though.
At least those are like incredibly harmless though.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
But you
of
still
them.
won't touch it, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna like.
Handle it, but
I'll
you'll.
let it roam free. I don't care.
Wow, you just let it go.
Not like that. I don't want that to sound like I live in a madhouse full of bugs.
No, of course.
But if there's a ladybug on the ceiling, I'm gonna let it live its life for a little bit.
Good for you, man.
Everything else dies though. I mean,
I kill-
spiders, roaches,
Yeah,
wasps.
anything I'll get rid of in the
Yeah.
house.
You kill ladybugs?
No, I don't kill them. Those I'll get the hell out of the house. But
Yeah.
everything else is murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
Trespassing?
Yeah. Yeah, I have zero tolerance.
Yeah, this is the man that sets death traps for chipmunks.
Do you really? Are they like a problem around here though?
Dude, they're such a problem. I feel my house sinking. They dig holes. They dig holes. And then I've done the research. They dig holes in the house, under the house, like billion tunnels, and then it ruins the foundation. Eventually, ground gets softer, it rains, and starts sinking. So last year, I set out on a mission to eventually eradicate the chipmunks. I've only killed one, but it was brutal, man. Yeah, I guess you didn't hear about it.
No.
We were sitting at the kitchen table one afternoon, and this is after Ellie, unfortunately had passed on to the other shore.
Mm-hmm.
She used to go in the backyard and kind of roam around, do her business. So there was frequent marking of territory going on back there. So Ellie's passed. We're sitting at the kitchen table looking out the window, and we see just 3 or 4 squirrels, kind of 2 of them are chasing each other. One's just standing on a decaying trunk or whatever it was from a tree, and the other one's running along this fence. I'm like, Jess, there's just squirrels everywhere. And he said, oh, don't worry, chipmunks will show up as well. No sooner did the man get it out of his mouth, this chipmunk darts out from under the back porch and just squares its shoulders up. And the squirrels immediately stop their frolicking and turn and look at it. And the chipmunk charges, and the squirrels just haul ass. Like they get, they get out of there.
War, man.
Yeah.
It was.
How
I mean, how
nuts.
big are these chipmunks?
Normal size.
Isn't a chipmunk smaller than a squirrel?
Much
Yes.
smaller.
But they're like more aggressive towards the other ones. Squirrels don't mess with anything. I guess the chipmunk was like, now it's our turn.
He looked like he was entering a MMA rink. Like,
Yeah.
The man just
Yeah.
squared his shoulders directly up, and those squirrels felt it.
Yeah.
They weren't even looking at him. They paused everything and
Yep. Yeah.
Danger has approached.
Who is this guy? Yeah, it messed up the whole ecosystem of my yard ever since Ellie passed. now there's animals everywhere. Bunnies. Now I have stray cats in the freaking neighborhood.
Yeah, because it's rodent
Squirrels
paradise
and
out
chipmunks.
there.
It sucks.
Jeez.
So the squirrels I don't care about. The bunnies I love. The chipmunks do the damage.
Yeah, I guess
So-
I didn't know that, but I've never seen a chipmunk at our house. So
Well, good for you. So they cause the problem. So if you see them, I mean, just take heed and figure it out.
Lest you fall.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
So I shot one last year. Trey, when I tell you I sit on my front porch with a BB gun
yeah.
for 15 minutes, quiet, so that they can come out of their little hole, I finally pegged one of them. And I didn't finish the job on the first go around, you know? So it crawled away. It was the worst sight I've ever seen. And then I left it there, and I made my dad come and pick him up and throw him away. It was so brutal, man.
Is that the only one you've killed?
It's the only one I've killed.
Okay. I thought you just like set traps for him or something.
I
but-
did.
He did.
They got out of the traps.
Okay.
So
Wasn't there a barrel that they were going to crawl in and drown?
Yeah, they didn't ever do that. Listen, I tell you, I've done
Like
I've done
that-
research. You get one of those 10-gallon, 5-gallon buckets
Buckets.
from Home Depot, and you fill it with water, but then you put sunflower seeds on the top, so they think they're jumping into a bucket of food, and then they
And
drown.
then they drown. Golly,
Everyone was like,
man.
"Oh, this works." Yeah, I haven't seen chipmunks since I did it. None of them went to it. No one even tried. They just went around it.
You got
dug
another breed
hole.
of chipmunk out here. You have the. Clearly, they're territorial, but also
They
they strategize.
What happened is, like, when you have like tree trunks around, like in my front yard, or brush and all that stuff, they make homes, and then they take over the place. So I got to get rid of the tree trunks on the yard. That'll take care of it.
I wish the rabbits and squirrels would just join forces and run them off.
Yeah, Yeah.
Because they all
I would help them.
reproduce like crazy. So
Yeah.
they would be outnumbered 2-1.
Mm-hmm. Well, chipmunks might too.
I'm sure all those rodents probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That
Yeah.
sounds like a Disney movie waiting to happen or something.
Yeah.
You know, like a.
That's what it feels like. It feels like Looney Tunes. It feels like Coyote and Roadrunner, and I am obviously the Coyote who can't get anything done. So the season's about to come around, though. We got another shot. I've already bought new pellets. It's gonna be a good time. Do you remember that one day during the Christmas week, during the Christmas program, we were all hanging out in the house, and I was shooting at him at the back porch? Like the whole morning, I was trying to snag him and couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the chipmunks.
I'm sure Alicia's just like, I can't believe this guy. What a
I can't remember if I've talked to her about it or hid it from her on purpose. Either way, she'll find out now. But it'll happen. I never fixed my watch since daylight savings happened. Do you call it daylight savings when it goes the other way too? Spring backward, go forward, all that crap.
I just call it time change.
Yeah, just
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know which one's supposed to be daylight
Yeah,
savings.
I don't know either.
I think over the summer, well, I don't know because I'm gonna probably. Wasn't it designed for farmers? That's the whole point of it.
I believe so.
And now we're way past the point of it being a necessary thing, right?
So let me
Yeah, because
give
farmers aren't a thing anymore.
No, they are still a thing, but I think as you know, why can't we just like leave it where it's at right now and not, fall back in September or whatever the.
I will tell you this: there's a time zone in the United States that doesn't do it. Did you know this?
There's 2 states.
I thought it was a state thing. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it may be
Hawaii
state.
and Arizona.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
thought it was the whole mountain. time
Allow
zone.
me to present further evidence of why I'm lame. So I was watching Fox
Yeah,
Weather,
fix your glasses.
and this was
I know. I know.
right before time change. So it would have been last Saturday because we just sprung forward on Sunday. They said that it's a common misconception that we did that originally because of farmers. It was done in 1918, and it was done because the U.S. had entered the First World War, and in an effort to conserve electricity, they did time change so that people would, in theory, have one more hour of daylight and therefore would use less electricity. It never got reversed. But the farmers...
When the war ended, they were like, let's just... Or they forgot about it?
Well, it was passed as legislation, so it would have to be...
Undone.
Basically, yeah. But they said that the farmers' union, or whatever the equivalent of it is, I don't remember what it's called, protested against the time change. So the farmers didn't want it from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how the farmer theory got introduced, but that's what I've always heard as well.
Okay.
They got to be pissed about it that it's pegged on them now, and they're the ones that don't want it.
It's actually because of the First World War.
Well, how about that? You learned something new every day.
Yeah. That sounds like a short to me.
This episode was brought to you by PBS.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
If we didn't learn something, it would be a lost episode, Ash. We need something from you.
Okay, so I'm still thinking about Arizona doesn't change. So are they on Pacific time for
Mountain
half
time.
the year and then Mountain time for the other half? Is that how they
Correct.
do it? Crazy.
Only 2 states, they were just like, we don't want to do it.
I feel like you said Hawaii was the other one.
What's
That kind of makes sense because they're just out in the
They're
middle.
their
I mean,
own
yeah.
time zone.
Yeah, but Arizona.
But Arizona,
They're just like,
hell no. Hell no.
screw you, government.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's strange.
That's
You
very
can just
strange.
No one
choose
in
to do
Arizona gets their routines rudely upended every 6 months.
it? I
So are
guess
they
not.
on? So where are they on now? Do you know? Are they on Pacific this go round, or are they on Mountain time right now?
That's a good question.
That is funny that they just decide, we don't want to do that.
Let's see what time it is in Phoenix right now.
I have a coworker who lives in Arizona that I talk to a couple times a week, so I might need to ask him about that.
You should. That would give us the actual information.
It would.
Like, what does it feel like to live in a state that uses their brains? What time is it in Phoenix, Arizona? It's currently 4:07. So they are
No,
using California time,
Pacific time right now.
even though they're in the mountain time zone.
So I did not turn off my Siri function on the phone. So don't say anything close to activate her, because then it'll cut the video off.
You do know you just said her name, though.
I didn't say the other word in front of it, though.
They got rid of that. You just have to say her name.
No, it's an option in
Oh,
that
you-
setting.
Would
You
we
can
have
still do.
known? Would she have spoken up just now?
If
If-
you said blank, blank, blank.
I'm still thinking about his text that he said earlier today.
Hmm?
Or
Oh
the-
my gosh. Oh,
the
can I explain?
screenshot?
Please.
Can
That
I
was
explain?
that was quite the reaction.
Please.
Trust me.
And what's so funny is that below it, it says sent by in her name.
I know. She sent it.
Why?
She sent it. Okay, so Pat's gonna love this. So
Grapple.
how did this start? We were just talking, and I'm talking to you through her in my AirPods. And sometimes if I'll be like, "Hey, blank blank," send a message to Ashton, and she'll say, "What do you want it to say?" And then it's quiet, and then I say what I need it to say, and then it's just still quiet. And I'm listening to music before, so if she heard it and sent it, the music would start again. It doesn't. It just stays silent. So I say it again. Silence. Then I say what I say is I said, "Siri, you're a real piece of shit, aren't you?"
That's exactly what she said.
And she hears it and sends that to Ashton twice.
Not once,
I
but
was gonna
twice.
say, I saw
She
two
sends
messages.
it twice, man.
And then I get the voice message that says, "Dude, I'm not kidding. My abs are hurting. I'm laughing so hard at what just got sent to you."
Dude, it was so freaking funny. And I got to the point where she does it like during a conversation every single time. So, and then when she hears it and sends it, I don't even like unsend it. I want you to see what she said. She sucks.
Oh yeah.
So I was gonna send a whole screenshot like you took to Pat, and then send him a voicemail, explaining all what happened. But I was like, this is a podcast story.
Yeah.
I was so freaking angry with her, but I was crying, dude. I was laughing so hard that she sent it twice back to back.
Oh man, the times that I get just really peeved with her is when I'm in the shower and asking the HomePod to play a song. She will just not even get it remotely close and be like,
Yeah.
playing such and such by Juice WRLD. I'm like, no one said anything about that.
Okay, what world is Ashton listening to Juice WRLD?
No world.
Yeah.
She did that to us on Sunday. Remember, we said, "What song is this?"
Yeah.
It just didn't work. I don't know. She sucks. Siriisms.
Can you just turn her off altogether?
Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, when I'm at work and I have my AirPods in and someone texts me, or like I need to text somebody or call somebody, I have to wait until I get to my next stop. I might as well just be like, hey.
She works enough to where it's worth the.
Yeah.
Every once in a
hassle.
while.
I feel like there should be
Yeah.
a way to like customize what she can do.
Like what she can hear.
Like say
and
like,
not
hey,
hear.
only read out my texts to me, but
She doesn't even do that anymore. If you see this, you have to unlock your phone first. And I'm like, well, I might as well read it myself. She used to actually read out the text messages to you. Sucks, Trey.
crazy.
You're not
Crapple.
missing out on anything.
Well, don't tell Pat that because he thinks I
Crapple.
am.
Yeah, Pat's a even though he hates her just as much, he is like Apple, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then we complain about Apple all day, every day. That's half our texts.
That's what you do,
Yeah, I guess.
Does he still listen to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
in theory.
No, he does.
He does.
Speaking of that, do you want to do questions?
Yeah, there are some happy birds outside your window.
Are they going off?
Someone's just really having a good day.
It's Friday. They're probably on vacation too.
Hallelujah, it's Friday.
Yeah, it is.
Blink and it'll be Sunday night, 8:00 at night though.
Shh. Trey, I don't know if you get this at all, but on Fridays in my office, when I walk in, it's just a general atmosphere of jubilation. And you don't say good morning on Fridays, you know. You say, it's Friday. We made it to the end of another one. You know? What you got going on tonight?
Yeah, no, unfortunately at a work from home job, the only person I can say that to is Lucy, and she doesn't speak any English. So it's her birthday today.
What?
It is her birthday today.
Now, folks at home, just to clarify, Trey does not have multiple women at home,
No, I have a
one of whom does not speak English. He is referring to his dog. You
I
didn't,
guess
you
I
didn't
never
go into any
clarified.
detail there.
Lucy is a dog. Yeah, yeah. It is her second birthday today, and Juliana got her like this dog treat that's supposed to be like this like chicken flavored or something like that, but it's just like plastic, and she doesn't like
I
it.
get it all.
She like grabbed it, like spun it around a little bit, and just threw it across the room. And, that's all she did with it. But we had this like little like plush like birthday cake slice thing that has a squeaker in it and a little hat, and so we put the hat on, get her to settle down for 5 seconds to take a picture, and then that's her birthday. So
Nice.
there you go.
How old was she when y'all got her?
Let's see. We went and picked her up 2 years ago, June of 2022. So she'd have been, 2-3 months old.
Okay. You went to Tennessee to
Mhm.
pick her up, right? I remember that.
Yeah, about an hour and a half out of Nashville. So, yeah, we drove up there, spent the night. I met a friend from college there, picked her up and came back. And, yeah, it was 2 years ago.
And she's what breed?
She has a Cavapoo.
A Cavapoo?
So she's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel
Nice.
mixed with a toy poodle.
Okay.
And so she's just a little orange puffball. Although right now she got a haircut, but normally she's all curly and everything. So she's like the quintessential like Peachtree City white privileged dog.
Dude, me and Savannah were looking at houses in Peachtree City.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We were looking.
Well, don't tempt me. They just opened a Miller's over there a few months ago.
That's all I need to say. Does she do treats? She do toys?
I mean, she just wants what she can't have.
Yep.
Like she'll get a treat or she'll get a new toy and play with it, and then the second you bring out something new, she's forgotten about the old one. She wants the new one. It's like, you know what she really likes is plastic bottles,
Really?
like Gatorade bottles.
Wow.
Like she'll have a toy that she's playing with. She'll see me get a Gatorade. When I finish the Gatorade, she's like, she just wants
She
the
just
bottle.
wants it.
Yep.
Ellie did that with 2 liters. I guess it's like the dog, like she liked when, like, if you would drop it, it would go nuts.
Yeah.
And then the more she would try to
Yeah.
get it, it would keep making noise.
I think Lucy likes the sound of the wrapper.
Oh,
The
okay.
you know
Yeah.
that sound.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny.
But I always take the wrapper off because she's gonna eat it.
Mhm.
Like she'll rip the wrapper off and eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
it becomes a
we
problem?
can't have that. Yeah.
No, we can't. That got me, man. So do you give her treats, or she doesn't care
she's
about
got
them?
she's got treats and she'll eat anything, but
Yeah.
you know.
She's never had one toy she like always went to.
No, there's probably like 15 little tennis balls just around.
Everywhere.
Yeah, she's got little squeaky toys. She's got everything. So
How old is she?
she's got everything she could ever want. She turns 2 today.
Crap. You have had her for 2 years.
2
already?
years. Well, we got her in June, so we've had her for just under 2 years. But today she
Wow.
turns 2.
Do you like do anything for her?
I just got done telling Ash.
You like
this.
walk? Oh, I missed it.
Oh, you talking about like for her birthday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like, not really. I mean, I had a
Yeah.
really busy day at work today, but I mean, Juliana, we had like this little plushy cake thing or whatever that has a squeaker in it, and then a little party hat.
Did she let you put that on?
No,
Okay.
so we have to like, hold her down and restrain her.
Yeah.
Put the hat on, take a picture, and then
And then
take
it's
it
off.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
We
That
got
was
one
funny.
good one before I left today.
Yeah. Did she post about it? Oh, okay. I
Well,
didn't
she
see
hasn't yet. I mean, she might, but
Yeah. That's freaking funny, man. I didn't know Ellie's birthday, so I would just celebrate it on my birthday and just get her like a big bone, and then she would disappear for 2 hours. So you wouldn't see her.
Oh yeah.
One of those big white ones, whatever they're called, the milk bones or something. You need more?
We've got 3 left in
There's
one
only
container.
3 left, and there's a high likelihood I will eat 2 of those.
There you
So
go.
I got to make sure there's
Damn.
enough for the people.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, Jess, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm tied in.
There
Oh
you go.
no.
Yeah, there you
Thanks.
go.
Wait, I already bit half of that one though.
And you put it back in the box?
I thought there was one for each of us, is what I really thought.
One box for each of us?
Yeah.
I mean, technically there is. I'm probably not going to have any.
I thought we were taking them home. Then give me the 3 that are on top.
The container is technically disposable, and Juliana's like, I'm putting it in this container because I don't care if I get it back or not.
Yeah.
So.
You believe this guy?
No, I can't.
Eats
Okay,
half a
he
cookie
walks
and throws
in.
it back in a box?
He walks in with 2 to-go things. I'm assuming she's giving gifts to each of us. They were equally displaced with cookies.
The statement the man made was, Juliana baked us cookies.
I didn't hear the us.
There's 3 of us.
Trey, I
I'm probably not going to have
apologize.
it. I am full
He
of
said he was chock full, is what he said.
chock full
no.
of Taco Bell.
No. Dak Prescott.
What?
I've never seen her before.
I need,
Well,
I need more information
need
before
more
I can remember
information.
that statement.
I mean, I might have one in like an hour and a half, but I'm not going to have one right now.
Well,
and if
take
they're,
one out of that
if they're
tray.
gone in an hour and a half, then I'm not going to be upset about
Seek that one out.
it.
Have
I can
one.
have these whenever I want.
Trey, have one of mine. Damn,
I'm
that
good.
was a
I know.
that was a flex. I don't need those cookies. I can have them anytime I want.
I got a bicep curl.
All right. Well, while he's having his moment over there, he started to say something about questions.
Dude, I love cookies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that I know that, and now that Juliana, if she's still listening, knows that, then that can be arranged anytime we hang out.
Jules, June 8th, January 3rd, birthdays.
There you go.
All we need is a hefty to-go thing of this. That's a good day.
If it's anything baking related, she'll do it.
I want to try her. What was it called? She did a bread. The
Sourdough?
Sourdough. She kept.
Yeah,
she would post about that. And it
her
looked
sourdough
awesome.
bread's like the greatest thing that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just a loaf of bread. I mean, she doesn't put anything like extra in it, but it's incredible.
Because it's homemade.
It's homemade.
I stop in my
Really
tracks when I'm walking like around the house and I see that on Facebook. I stop. It looks so good, big and
It's
fluffy.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
crust is next level.
sourdough loaves, huh?
Sourdough loaves.
That's right.
Brings the boys up in the
There's
yard.
like a whole culture about it. Like I don't understand. She's like part of a Facebook group.
Oh, of bread?
Yeah, like
Mm.
well, specifically sourdough, I think. Because you have like your sourdough starter, which is just like flour. I think it's just flour and water, and you just let it sit and just go sour, and then it becomes like your base for like baking the bread. It's the weirdest thing.
Sour as in it just ferments?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that's the gist of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, it looks good. I've never had sourdough, but it looks good.
And then
Really?
she takes out that like little combination of flour and water after it ferments, I guess, and then you add like other stuff to it to like actually like make it like rise. Put it in in a Dutch oven. Put it in the oven, and the Dutch oven gives it the crust around the outside. And
You have a Dutch oven?
yeah, well, it's just like a big pot.
He
Yeah,
has a
but that's
he has a
that's fancy.
cavapoodle. Of course he does.
A what?
That's what
This-
Lucy is.
A cavapoo?
A cavapoo.
A cavapoo.
Cavapoo. Mm. What's the cava?
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Damn, Lucy.
That's only half of her.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
only-
It's only half. Wow. What are we talking about tonight?
You started going to the questions, you said.
That's right. You want to do rapid fire, Trey?
Do we were we rapid firing right now? Last time we did it at the end.
We can wait.
No, you can do it right now. I'm fine.
No.
Sound like he was telling you how to run the show over
I
there.
think it was.
No,
It's
hey.
only your third time, Trey.
It's true.
More guests. You're a guest that we've had the most.
Most appearance.
Is that right?
Most appearances.
Who's number 2?
Zach
Zach
Okay.
and Dan.
and Daniel. Yeah.
Has Pat been on at any point?
One time.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Is that recent?
He's actually our most viewed video on YouTube. 1.2 thousand views.
Good for Pat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to go find that one and listen to it because
It's called Miller's Men Reunite.
okay.
Episode 37?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about that.
When
Might
I
have been later.
subscribed at the beginning of this,
Yeah.
I actually saw that one.
Oh, that's,
It was
that's
because
probably
it's like
'cause
the
they're
number
top.
one on there because it's your most viewed one. So.
Yeah. My mic goes out after like 30 minutes of the episode, and I feel really bad. And I didn't have my
Oh, no.
the one episode I don't have my ears in. My mic, the cable goes out for the rest of the episode. I do rapid fire to him, and it's just dead silent.
Then
And he answers, just dead silent, and then he answers. I feel so bad, man. But somehow it's our most viewed. Okay. Did you do any of these?
I think I did 5.
You want to go first?
Did you make a list too?
Yeah, I did a few.
Look at this.
His probably aren't rapid fire though. His are like,
Thought provoking.
yeah.
I'll have you know they are rapid fire.
Ah,
Oh my.
fine.
All right. Where the hell is our note? There it is.
Let's sit back for this one. This is
All right,
good.
Trey. Which instrument sounds the best?
The cello.
Dude, I think I actually agree with that.
I think I.
Acoustic guitar and a cello, like in a song, is like my favorite.
Well, okay, it's let's tie it because actually I think I got this question not in this format, but I talked about this one of the times I was on. Is that and upright bass,
Mm.
but it has to be finger plucked,
Yeah,
not with a bow.
I love a cello.
Which instrument sounds the worst?
When played incorrectly, oboe. It just sounds like a duck.
I probably should have worded it like, "What's your least favorite instrument?" to
Probably
hear?
a oboe.
Oboe?
Still, yeah.
Okay, we're literally on the
I
same
just don't-
page here.
I just don't
You don't
like
either?
I just don't
I
like
do
it.
not like the oboe. I really don't like the clarinet either.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
clarinet.
bad.
Okay, I feel when the clarinet is played properly, I love it. But it's very, because when it's not, it's very shrill and very hard to listen to. Like middle school band clarinet, okay, there's nothing redeeming about that.
Yeah.
But when it's played correctly, clarinets are primo. I actually really like it. I'll show you a recording after we get off this of what I'm talking about because it's
Of a good one or a bad
a
one?
good clarinet player.
When you mess up on reed instruments, it is unforgiving, man. That awful screeching sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Joking on Cookie?
Yeah.
That didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
He's really enjoying that cookie over there.
No.
Primo Jules.
Trey, who's the best League of Legends character?
Oh my gosh. This is I love this. Hold on.
Do you know any characters?
Some of them, yeah.
Oh.
The best, like my favorite to play or just who I think is the coolest?
Do both.
All right, the coolest one's probably this guy named Aatrox. God, I sound like an ass. You know?
Why do you sound like an ass?
I don't know. I'm just being dumb. Funnest to play is probably you know what? Same guy, Aatrox. Let's just
He's
stick
the
on
best.
Aatrox.
Yeah.
He has a big sword and he's like this big scary looking dude. He's cool.
Is he a tank?
He's a fighter. But he can be a tank if he needs to be. Yeah. But he's mostly like big damage output.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Badass. I mean, as badass as it could be for a League of Legends. But
That's badass.
But
You're in safe space. We all like games.
all right. Okay.
You're not. Jules isn't here. You're not getting made fun of or
That's
anything.
true. She hasn't made it to this point.
Yeah,
the
that's
podcast.
true.
Something really cool that Trey got to do was go to, was it a championship, a League of Legends championship?
It was the World's semifinals
in Atlanta.
in Atlanta. And it was me, my two brothers. My dad went because he wanted to go. And 4 of my brother Daniel's friends from college, they came down. And the semifinals, I mean, they rotate the location for where they have the tournament every year. And 2 years ago, it was in the U.S. The semifinals were in San Francisco and Atlanta. And our side of the bracket that we got was, I mean, this isn't going to mean anything if you don't know League of Legends, but T1 was the team that played when we were there. And there's a guy on T1 named Faker who's like the best player to ever play League of Legends. Like he's the Michael Jordan, you know? And so it was, where did the Hawks play? State Farm Arena?
Mm-hmm.
Complete, not an empty seat in the whole arena. It was actually very, very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
You do it again?
Oh yeah. Like in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I think I would go even though I have never played
Mhm.
League,
Yeah.
just for the atmosphere.
Yeah. The atmosphere was pretty impressive.
Would you still do an Overwatch one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought that Overwatch League went under.
I'm sure it did.
It still streams on Twitch, but I don't know
Do
if
they?
it's like.
I thought
don't
they
know.
were either revamping it or just doing away with it in 2024.
Jesse and I were so close. We had tickets purchased. It was April or May of 2020 for the Atlanta Reign.
I think April.
And
It
it
was
was
early.
when DeFran was still playing, when he didn't retire
Yeah.
midway through or quit or whatever
Mhm.
it was he did. They were playing the Fuel, I think, which Seagull and XQC were
Mhm.
off of the team at that point. So
Yeah.
I don't think they had any really famous players, but I was hoping we would get to see DeFran.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it
Mhm.
came again, something similar, I would do it. I enjoy being in a room with people that are that passionate about kind of a, what would you call it? Like niche in the grand scheme of culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very niche interest.
Well, you also think, like, if you go to a Braves game, I mean, like, what percentage of people who go to a Braves game are there to watch the Braves and really pay attention? And how many of
Yeah.
everybody else is there just to hang out and,
That's true.
get hammered and hang out with their friends?
Which we were
right?
talking about doing a game this year. Would you be in?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my parents have A-list tickets, so we could go to any home game that we wanted to. But
Oh, my.
Why don't we even question it anymore? Let's just call Trey. We were bummed they don't play the Yankees here this year. That's what we really
Okay.
wanted to say.
Because did the Yankees come here last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll alternate. That's
alternate.
what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like baseball is probably like maybe half, not even half, are there to watch the Braves.
Yeah.
When you go to a League of Legends thing, like a live event, 100% of the people there are there to watch League of Legends.
Yeah.
So everyone is fully invested. You got like people like dressing up, which is that's too much. Like, I'm not.
You at least wear a shirt. You do something.
No, I don't even do that.
Okay.
No. I think I wore like my black Hurley hoodie
Yeah.
and like sweatpants.
I feel
Like
God in this
honestly,
Chili's hoodie.
I stuck out like I stuck out. I actually might have worn that. It was something like that. But I stuck out like a sore thumb. Like it was like me and like my 7 white friends, and we were in the minority.
It's so good.
It was him and 10,000 Asian males between the ages of 25 and 40.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's so crazy to me because like some of these people like have clearly traveled from Asia and are fans, like actual fans of the teams that are playing. Like it was T1 and then the other team I think was JDG or something like that. They're a Chinese team. But it got to a point where it was obvious that T1 was going to like win the series and the series was going to be over, and you had people like leaving early because they're like, no, my team's lost, I don't need to watch this anymore. I'm like this is I was kind of caught off guard because it was like, I mean, it's one thing to like do that at a Braves game, you leave in the 8th inning if they're getting blown out.
Yeah.
But like, especially if these people have traveled from Asia, you know, to watch this event, even if your team's losing, like,
Could it be a thing where it's just so painful for them to sit through it? It's just
true.
like, we need to leave the room.
I know the culture around esports is a lot different in Asia than it is in the U.S., and so it's more supported over there and more mainstream. I mean, I don't know how mainstream it is compared to. I know baseball is really big in like Japan, but yeah, it's crazy. It's still a cool environment though.
There was a short news story that I watched in Japan. You saying that made me think about it. And it was a miniature museum of Otani's memorabilia just up through him playing in high school and then wherever he played at in college or a minor league.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever he was doing before he made the jump to MLB. And, I mean, there were people just going through looking at stuff, random stuff the guy had signed, like he wore this helmet in 2017. And it's like, man, apparently there were Japanese people who really like baseball.
Yeah. I haven't seen, I mean, you don't get to just watch Japanese baseball over here, but I mean, I think World Baseball Classic, they're all like always so into it whenever like all the world teams get together and stuff. So, yeah, they very supportive over there.
All right, back to rapid fire.
Oh, yeah.
Trey, what's your favorite?
We really got off on a
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color is probably blue.
Specific shade?
The darker, the better.
Oh.
I'm a big navy blue guy.
Okay.
So.
All right. That somewhat leads into my next question. No, not really. What's your least favorite, how do you word this? What is your least favorite thing to shop for?
Man, I don't know. Probably clothes, but I don't even really hate that. Like me and Juliana just got back from a mountain trip. We were up there with Corey and Maddie, and we went shopping for clothes, but I had a good time.
What about insurance?
But I don't have to shop for insurance. I have USAA.
USAA.
That's the bonus to having
That's a good
military
point.
family members. Is
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
set up for life. There you go.
Yeah.
This is not a paid promotion. By the way.
The Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's in the same club with Gronk.
Yeah. It's a paid promotion. I turned my car mug around so everyone can see that.
There's so much promotion in this episode. Favorite restaurant?
I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, but these are probably, there's a restaurant in Nashville called Burger Republic, and it's the best burger I've ever had. And so that's probably my number one.
Did Hop Dottie hold a...
Hop Dottie actually
The Cadillac Wagyu.
was comparable. It wasn't as good, but it was comparable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hop Dottie kind of struck a chord.
That would, dude, with all three of us, we haven't stopped talking about it.
Very
since.
good. Very good.
Yeah,
I told Juliana about my Juliana. You would like Hop Dottie.
yeah. We need an excuse to just go back up to the Guitar Center for a day.
I
just so
agree.
we can
Those
go to the
fries
Hot
are
Dog.
amazing too.
Yeah.
What were they?
The Parmesan
truffle oil or something
black
like that?
truffle fries,
Yeah.
Crazy.
shareable fries.
Crazy.
We really needed 2, but yeah, they were shareable.
Yeah, we did need to.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hop Dottie was good, but Burger Republic is the.
Mm.
I had it when I was in college when I lived in Nashville. It's the place to be.
Okay. All right. So, perfect segue. If you could go back to high school or college, which would you choose?
College, in a heartbeat,
Okay. No contest.
no contest. And I don't even have to think about it. 10 times out of 10, I would choose college.
Okay.
It's especially the last 2 years of college when we moved off campus.
Mm.
Just me and like 3 roommates. And I was telling Juliana about it. It's like, because Juliana and I just started playing card games together. Like on a lot of night stuff, we just play like,
Nice.
like spades or something. But we used to do that all the time in college. Just like get around, like play Hold'em.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So good, man.
Dude, it's funny you say that. I actually pulled out that silver case sitting over there is my poker set.
Okay.
I pulled it out and I was
Ooh.
like, we haven't had a poker night
Years.
since we moved
Mhm.
into this house.
Yeah.
We had a big poker night. Would you be in for a poker
Oh,
night?
yeah.
We should do it. That'd be super fun.
Okay, good. So
Have
I brought
Tim,
it out
Jake,
for that
Dan
purpose.
over.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My roommate Kyle, he was one of the ones who was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. He's probably the one that you guys hadn't seen before.
Mhm.
He used to buy like bicycle cards, but like all different kinds, like with like different
Yeah.
artwork and stuff on them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what deck are we feeling tonight?
That's
Like
cool.
a cool one. And yeah, every single weekend, poker night every weekend.
Dude, that's awesome. I freaking love poker.
It was so good.
Well, then we're doing a poker night.
No
Put it on the
responsibility,
calendar.
no responsibility or anything.
That's right.
No.
That's the college years. Is you're an adult. And you
Yeah.
get all the privileges of being an adult, but you have no responsibility.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Dude, I had a few more. All right. Celebrity crush. And it doesn't necessarily need to be someone you think is spicy. It could be like someone you think is an awesome actress or whatever. Awesome musician.
oh man, is it weird to say I've never been a big celebrity crush guy?
Mm-hmm.
That is weird for me to say.
No.
You're like, yes.
I would say Jesse and I are probably the same way. We have a clear celebrity crush, but outside of that, I would say we probably don't have any.
Like there are like celebrities that I think are like objectively attractive, but I don't know that I call it like a celebrity crush. And I'm not. This is not a sexist thing, but there's not very many female musicians I like, and every female musician I do like is from 50 years ago.
Okay.
So I wouldn't consider Ella Fitzgerald to be a celebrity crush because
Right.
she's old and dead. I mean, that's not
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I have a good answer. Let me think. Let's come back to that one.
All right. What I kind of wrestle with the way I wanted to word this. So I'll kind of make it like a double question. You can choose either or. What's the most impactful music performance you've either attended or been a part of?
All right, I'll give you one of each actually.
Okay.
Attended. I've seen Ben Rector in concert 3 or 4 times. And he just puts on the best show of anybody that I've seen. I mean, like, I went to Warped Tour a bunch, but I wouldn't put that as impactful. That was more just a fun thing to do in high school.
Yeah.
But Ben Rector, I mean, his songs are there. He has really, really good music, but there's something about seeing him live and what he does when he plays them live. It's just like I think like going to concerts and seeing live music is like a spiritual experience. And Ben Rector, I think, encapsulates that. In terms of performing live, it would be anything with jazz band in college. And I think I definitely took that for granted. And that's another reason I'd like to go back to college is because, I mean, those groups that I played with, like I know I'm never going to get to play in a jazz band like that ever again. And I'd love to go back at some point and, experience that again. So I mean, you're in a room with like 15 other musicians and they're all like really top of the class at their instrument. It's good stuff. So
You don't think there's some kind of avenue you could
there
go
is.
down to?
I mean, I'd have to go up into Atlanta. I mean, I'm sure I know there's some. I mean, there's the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, but that's more classical music. I'm sure they've got a jazz thing, some kind of jazz group up there, but. I also haven't played that style in so long that I would need to put in a fair amount of work to get back up to snuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That, and there's another commercial in the commercial music program or whatever I did when I was in college where we would play like old like disco and funk songs from like the 70s. And one of our things was like we played September by Earth, Wind and Fire as like one of our like performance songs where all the different instrument groups individually learned the song and then we all got together and played it, and probably the greatest musical moment of my life. So.
Yeah. All right, I got two more,
All
then
right.
I'll be done. All right, what's a phrase that needs to be retired from the English language?
I'm sure parents thought this when we were young, but any of these phrases that I don't understand now, like Riz, like what the hell is a Riz?
I've never even
I
heard
think
that
I
one.
texted you and you had to ask your brother.
Yeah, short for charisma.
Charisma. Like I just don't like. I just.
But if you're rizzing a girl, it means you're basically hitting on her.
There you go.
I have one. Let's go. I hate that.
Let's go.
Yeah, people get excited.
Let's go.
I hate
like
that.
Yeah.
When that started like maybe 5-10 years ago. Never understood it.
Oh, man. I'm glad you told me that because I
Oh,
say
my
that
God.
all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never heard you say it.
I frequently say that.
Oh.
That and in text messages.
Do you really? Well,
I'm almost curious.
when you
to know if
add
said
the
it
word in
today.
between, when you add the word in between "let's go," it's good. It's funny.
Okay.
But like when you just say it in normal conversation, like you say something, like someone says something good to you. Oh, cool, let's go. That is so annoying to me.
Okay.
I don't get it. And every sport, that's all you hear them or you see them say on the field.
Oh
And,
yeah.
oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like say something different.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't want to put you down, Ash. At least I never noticed that you said it.
It's all right. I'll try to be cognizant of it. In the business world, I wish the phrase moving forward would just take a long walk off a short bridge. I mean, what other direction are we going?
Go outside and bite the curb.
Yeah. It's like moving forward. Let's
Yeah.
going backwards or
I guess I never thought of it that way.
Isn't it funny these little things we don't like?
yeah, that phrase drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And what drives me even more nuts is that I will sometimes say it. I'm like, damn it, I hate that phrase. I gotta stop. All right, last one, Trey. Dream car.
Oh damn.
Okay,
Was that one of yours?
It was.
Oh man.
Nice.
Like dream
No, it's
car,
okay.
completely unattainable dream car is a Ferrari 458.
That's what we want to hear.
Nice. What color?
There's only one
I
color.
would like to think. I would
A
like
Ferrari?
to think. Every car I've owned is black, but I would get a red one.
Yeah. You have to. Do they make anything other? Well, they do.
Yeah,
black
they do.
Too, I guess.
Yeah. But if you get a Ferrari, it has to be red.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, I'm never gonna get a Ferrari. But
Hey, we don't know.
That's why I said dream
Yeah.
car.
yeah. All right, go Jesse. You got.
Oh, is it
some?
my turn? Are you done, Ash?
Yeah, I think that was his last
No,
one.
he's studying.
Go ahead and go.
Well, I have like 20, and they're gonna be straight rapid fire.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. You ready?
His are like true rapid fire.
I've
They're like
actually-
boom, 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 boom.
Who,
His are more.
Jesse's?
Ashton's are more thought provoking.
Yeah.
Mine are like
I just
very
got-
surface level.
I just got called out.
Well, you did.
No.
Trey's like, his are actual
Yeah.
rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
He's sitting forward. Both of you guys.
I'm getting a cookie.
I've been
Oh.
slouched for a little bit. I'm gonna.
All right, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Favorite movie snack?
Gummy worms.
Woody or
Nice.
Buzz?
Huh?
Woody or Buzz? Toy Story.
Oh, Woody. I thought you said, "What are your buzz?"
That's what it sounded like.
I will speak clearer.
What do you buzz?
Woody or a Buzz?
Probably Buzz.
Good for you. Rank these three: Mario, Donkey Kong, or Sonic. First to last.
That order that you Mario, Donkey Kong, Sonic.
That's my order. I guess that's why I put it that way. What's your go-to Super Smash Bros. Character?
Okay, it used to be Lucas. Now it's probably like Ike.
All right, Jake plays him a lot. Who's your pick for March Madness this year?
Hell, I haven't watched any college basketball.
UNC. Good.
Houston.
I mean, have
probably
they
gonna
haven't
be-
even seeded everybody yet, have they? I don't think they've gone through.
I know it's almost
We're
the end
not
of March.
we're not in conference championship
Mm-mm.
season yet, are we?
Duke lost last night, though.
Okay.
No one else ever cares about that.
I mean,
but
okay,
me.
Kansas.
Kansas is good.
Okay. How you doing today?
Tired, long ass day at work, but I'm glad I'm here.
We're glad you're here.
So
What's the best classic Disney movie? I got him again.
okay, we actually talked about
We
this.
already talked about
That's
this.
why I wanted to talk about it.
He just wants to
Do you want
resurrect this.
what the
moment.
Rescuers? Isn't that what I said the other day?
I
Was the
think so.
Rescuers?
Yeah.
The movie
Oh,
with
it wasn't
the two mice.
Hercules.
Mm-mm.
Okay, did we consider Hercules a classic? It was
Yes.
that's the
It was like
90s.
right on the.
I said 2000s and prior.
All right, if I had to pick just music, it's Hercules 10 times out of 10.
Mhm.
Hercules has the best music of any Disney movie that has ever existed. The movie itself, Rescuers has the nostalgia factor.
I love that you said that because Hercules is my favorite, and then the Rescuers Down Under is like a childhood memory for me.
The original Rescuers, I think, is the one that
Yeah, but isn't Rescue?
There is
Down
down.
Under's the
Yeah,
second.
that's
But
the
like,
second one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved all of them, but Down Under was like
Yeah.
not a lot of people know about the Rescuers and that
Mhm.
whole like
Yeah, it's
kind of like
exactly,
B and
yeah.
C list.
So many
Disney
people.
movies.
Yeah. Amazing.
Gentlemen, don't forget about the parade scene in Aladdin. The song Genie sings.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
other really good music out there. Like Little Mermaid has amazing music, but I don't think
Still-
anything touches Hercules.
I haven't seen Little Mermaid.
Hercules, there's every single song is just like an A++. Every single song. So good. I'm probably gonna listen to it on the way home now.
Wait. What do you got to say? What now?
I was gonna sing very poorly, but let's go, Jess.
Which two Office characters would you take on a road trip?
Jim and Dwight.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I
The
mean-
pairing, I think, is the key.
That's
there.
why I would do it, because I would not take Dwight by himself.
Yeah.
I would take Jim by himself because Jim's just like you could get along with Jim,
Yeah.
but there could be some comedy there. It
Maybe-
might get old quick, but it would be fun.
Maybe
for a
Dwight
little
and
bit.
Andy?
Yeah.
They would be
No.
annoying.
That's a resounding hell no.
Okay.
You have to have someone to like it. There has to be like the yin to the yang. You
Yeah,
know?
I got you.
That's kind of Jim and
Car
Dwight,
full of
so.
psychopaths.
I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
4-string or 5-string bass?
5.
You're back to 5
I'm back
now?
to 5. I'm back to 5.
Okay, we'll come
This
back.
man just flip flops.
Let's circle back. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Okay, probably The Grinch, just because I love
Mm.
the Jim Carrey Grinch.
I'm glad we're on the same
um,
page.
But that's almost a little too like
Mm.
not I mean cliche, but yeah, probably Jim Carrey Grinch.
Okay. Were you a Ace Ventura guy?
No.
Oh, that hurts. Which console do you think had the best games in its life cycle?
It's nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
Either GameCube or PS2.
Nice.
I think PS2 would have been up there for me as well. Who's going to win the NBA championship this year?
Thunder. I watched my first Thunder game this season.
The first?
Last night.
Dude, it's the first time they're like dominant this year.
I know.
You haven't been watching?
Oh, I've been keeping up with it on my phone. Like I know
Okay.
the score, I know where they are in the standings, but they're on national television so rarely because
Yeah.
they're in Oklahoma City
Yeah.
that they only get put on when they're good, and they're good this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the Thunder Mavs game last night, start to finish. It's the first time this season I've gotten to watch one.
Yeah,
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
they're very good.
They're very good and very young. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to be good for a long time.
And they have big draft picks this year, I think,
And they got a
again,
ton
too.
of draft picks still.
Maybe we can return to this as a topic of conversation, but do you like them enough where you would buy the league pass to be able to watch the out-of-market games?
Maybe, yeah, honestly, maybe next. Oh, I don't want to say I'm not as big a fan as I used to be, but I mean, when I was in college, like my roommate was a diehard San Antonio Spurs fan, and I mean, I'm a Thunder fan, and they were in the, I mean, they played each other, every once in a while. But being around him got me more into watching the Thunder. I've always been a big fan of them, but they're not very accessible unless you live in Oklahoma City. I mean, I'm a big Oklahoma Sooners fan for college football. If there's not an Oklahoma pro team, I root for Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But since Oklahoma City has the Thunder, big Thunder fan. I've got a Russell Westbrook jersey, like when he was on the Thunder, because he's OG,
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't been able to watch him for a while. So.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. What's your favorite? I don't know if you've seen any of these. What was your favorite live-action Star Wars show?
Okay, I've really only seen The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was good. I think the problem with all the Star Wars, and the same thing with everything Disney's done, is like just content overload.
Mm-hmm.
There's the IP is like so heavily saturated now that it's hard to keep up with everything. I mean, I really only watched Mandalorian, and I liked it, but not enough to like keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's probably my favorite.
So we'll go Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Why have we not started a band yet?
Okay, I don't know, and I'm available.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Goonies or Gremlins?
Goonies.
Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto?
Ooh. Excellent.
Golly, that's tough. For like the story mode and stuff, Skyrim.
But
if I'm playing
replayability.
online, yeah, and replayability, that's like one of the games we used to play all the time was GTA 5 online.
Are you gonna get the new one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good man.
If it's $100, I'm gonna get it.
Good
Do you
man.
gentlemen, do you think that will be cross-platform?
I think they all are.
I think.
Or
that-
I mean, 5. The live.
Oh no,
version.
they definitely are right now. Right now
Yeah.
they're cross-platform. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So I would think so.
All right, listen, I've got a
Keep you
PS5
abreast?
collecting dust, so
Dude, that would be so.
Hey,
dude,
I have
you
the
know
game-
How fun it is to play online together on GTA.
It's the best thing
Dude,
ever.
it's the best.
It's
the
the
man
best thing
just
ever.
just corrected his posture. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
Dude, you just jump in one of my bulletproof vehicles and we just start throwing grenades
Yeah.
around town.
It's the best thing.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
And
dude.
heisting is awesome.
Oh my gosh,
That was
love
the game. Like Daniel, that was the game that introduced me to Daniel and all of his friends. All of those guys that came down for that League of Legends
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like all of us. I mean, they're probably playing together right now, but that was like the first game we all played together was Grand Theft Auto
Mhm.
Online.
Dude, one of my favorite memories. I finally got Dan onto it for the first time, like maybe a year or two ago, and he's riding in the car with me, and I have the camera facing towards the car, so it's facing backwards. And the passenger can put the gun out of the window and shoot people. But if you don't have a weapon in your hand, which he didn't have a weapon yet, I said, press the button to put the gun out of the window, and you flick people
Yeah.
off. So he flicks the camera off, and that's when I learned that you can do that, and I was crying, dude. It
We
was
used
so
to do.
good.
We used to. My brother was the leader of our motorcycle club,
Yeah.
and we all had motorcycles. And you can there's a way that you can set it so you ride in formation, and
Yeah.
everybody has a different role in the motorcycle club.
Mhm.
And so we'd all get our sawed-off shotguns and get in formation of the motorcycle club and just terrorize
Just
everybody.
blow people away.
It's
Dude,
awesome.
it's so good.
It
man.
really is so good.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, speaking of games, though,
Yeah.
we won't talk about it right now, but I have a game to pitch to you guys
Okay.
afterwards.
Well, I
That
have
is
5 more, then
cross-platform.
let's talk games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong.
Which game did you put the most time into of all time?
Probably Rocket League.
Wow. That's surprising. Okay.
I have well over 2,000 hours in Rocket League.
Yeah.
I have at many different seasons at different points been the highest rank in the game. That's the game that I don't want to sound like I'm being an ass, but that's the game that I am best at.
Okay.
I haven't played in a while, but I used to be at or near pro level. Like if I queued up into a ranked game, I'd
just
played
fine.
against pro players all the time.
Damn. Didn't know that.
I'll be a little cocky here about that. Yeah.
What's the best cookie?
Probably just plain old chocolate chip.
Yep.
Jules' chocolate chip. Gotcha.
Yeah, and definitely hers. Yeah.
What's your favorite sport to watch? Sit down on the couch and watch.
Either football or hockey.
Okay.
Specifically, hockey during the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, well, I mean, really any football, but I mean, college football. I love college football. So.
Wow. Okay. Now, before we move on from questions, we had a listener send in a question.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Is this just for the group?
There are questions for each of us, I believe.
Cool.
Who's the listener?
Yeah. Are you going to close the segment with this?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask. So I'm going to recycle 2 questions from when Zach was on.
Okay.
So, and hopefully these will be quick, Trey. I don't think it will be too hard. Maybe this will get you a few little extra brownie points. What was the best date that you and Juliana went on?
Does a honeymoon count as a date? Probably not. I mean, we went to Disney World, which is just incredible.
Right.
But best date, just straight up date.
Maybe most memorable or something like that.
Man. I really there have been a few times where we just we haven't done it recently, but we would just go to Jersey Mike's or whatever and get some subs and then just go to Peachtree and just hang out at the lake. Just walk loosely around the park, just sit by the water.
Mm-hmm.
I just like doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy or fancy, but just hanging out. So
me and Savannah kind of had that last night. We went and got ice cream in the square and just sat in the middle of the square for an hour.
Yeah.
Simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a moment to pause.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's when we decided we want to move to Peachtree City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sitting in the middle of the square.
Because imagine that, but you're just in 2 chairs or a swinging bench right by the lake.
Yeah,
and
he's where we want to be. That's what I'm saying.
The water's just slowly.
Trey's
coming up.
yeah, we're there.
There you go.
We get it.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, second one, in my final one. What's an opinion you have that you think most people would disagree with? And this can be something trivial to something serious.
An opinion that I had. What was that?
Started the question on accident.
Okay, so it's Pat's question.
He's so it's Pat.
What a wreck.
I need to think about this one.
Okay, we can come back to it.
Yeah, I need to think about this. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the listener questions.
Our mystery listener. All right. No, I haven't listened to any of these. He sent me these an hour before we started.
Sweet.
So this is all new to me. But there's 5.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay. Ready?
Hello, it's Pat.
I'll
Question
pass it.
for Trey. How many flat tires have you changed, and why is the answer 0? Just kidding. That was more of a conversation starter for
What an
y'all later
asshole.
if you want to talk about that. All right. Real question. Trey, go back to the summer between high school graduation and college. Knowing what you know today, then, what would you have done differently, and where do you think it would have led you at this point, at your current age? I like to ask my musician friends this question. Anybody who studied music, because the music degree leads people in the wildest directions, often not doing music at all. So, okay. Thanks for the answer. Hope y'all are having a good time.
That's question 1.
So, okay, so what I ended up doing was when I first started at Belmont, I was a jazz saxophone performance major. I did that for a year and a half and then changed to business. What I probably would have done is just done business from the start, and then I would have still kept the music minor, because that's what I did. I flipped the major to a minor and then, flipped the business major. I probably would have just done that from the start. I'm not. If anything, I would have graduated earlier, because I ended up having to stay like a semester or two longer, because funnily enough, music school credits don't transfer to business school credits. Mm-hmm. So I had to stay for. I graduated in 2019, which I should have graduated in 2018. But I don't know how much it would have changed career-wise, other than just getting a jump start on things. I would have married Juliana probably a year earlier. Musically, I think I'd still be in the same place. I think it still would be MD at church and doing all that. Mm-hmm. So looking back on it, even in coming out of high school, going into college, I don't think I would have made a career out of music doing anything, unless for some crazy reason, I was in a band that took off. But I wouldn't have taught music. I wouldn't have played, I wouldn't have used my performance, music degree or minor in anything music related outside of what I'm doing at church right now. So yeah, I don't know if it would have been a career change. It probably would have just advanced a few things, so.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry if that's a lame answer, Pat, but that's what you're getting. So.
All right, should we go to the second one?
Let's do it.
And I have changed a flat tire, you ass.
All right, I'm just going to do these in order. I don't know what they are.
What's up? This is Pat. Question for Ashton. I would like to know if your self-education on a Japanese, if you would want to end up marrying a Japanese chick, or would you ever move to Japan, like primary residence, and only visit family here in the States? That's what I'd like to know.
I wouldn't like that.
Cool question, Pat. The answer to the first part would be yes. I would marry a Japanese chick. I wouldn't marry her for the language, though. Like, that wouldn't be the underlying reason. I'm just also into Asian chicks, so would I live in Japan? No. My family and friends are such a core part of my sense of meaning in life, I would say. That would be such a, I'm going to use a fancy word, that would be such a deracination of my identity that I wouldn't be able to, the trade-offs wouldn't be worth it. So no, I would not. I would much rather visit Japan every year, couple years. And if I marry a Japanese girl that's from Japan, then I would have some place to stay in Japan and more excuses to go. So, yeah.
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't
so
either.
there you go.
To be deracinated is to be uprooted or to be like yanked out of your natural.
Yeah. Using context clues, I probably could have gotten there, but
yeah.
I Jesse and I had the same thought when we looked at each other.
We were flummoxed.
Hello again, it's Pat. This question is for Jesse. What's it like to be the neighborhood lumberjack?
I'm gonna need some context here. So.
That's the question? What a dick. I don't know. Obviously isn't working well because the trees are still on the ground. I don't know how to answer that question. It's not good. It's not going well. What's next?
It's not good.
Poor Jesse.
He ran out of steam. I'm
Sure.
sure.
Forward answer when he
Yeah.
gets to there you go.
I don't know.
Question for Trey. Second question for Trey. Would you allow Jesse to teach you how to change a tire? Just kidding. Okay, real question again for you. Internship with me the summer of whatever year that was. What was your number one annoying thing about the internship, which might be the same answer to the question, what is my worst trait?
Oh, wow.
You said what was the first part? Was the most annoying thing about the internship? Is that what he said? I don't know if this is. I mean, no one's gonna hear. No one's gonna hear this,
No.
right? Yeah.
Only the 77 people that subscribe.
I will say this: it has gotten better. What I'm about to say is not nearly as much of a problem as it was in 2016. But when I was there was always so much miscommunication between the music department and the media department, and those two needed to be so much in tandem. I mean, this was pre-Tom, right? So there's so much that we did, and a big part of when I was interning there was planning the 4th of July program back when we did that. And I think just the, having to work with the media team, but they're not being really efficient communication between the two departments was not very productive. Pat's worst quality.
He will hear this.
Oh, I know.
For those listening, Trey is thinking
He's
I'm
very
deep
hard.
in thought, and it's not because I'm
It's not
trying to think of
buffering.
a way to word this. I don't know that I can think of much because
Because he's perfect.
Pat was very pro Trey and Abby Rawls was the other one. He was very pro Trey and pro Abby when we were there with him. And so Pat, and this is not negative, obviously, but you did a great job of making sure we, were involved in what was going on, but also learning, kind of how the inner workings of, planning around orchestra and the music department goes. This is just an aside. It's not related to his question at all, but Pat's going to laugh at this, but like my favorite memory of interning with Pat was the day that we watched all the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared videos all back to back in a row. And we made the mistake of doing it around lunchtime because we didn't work for the rest of the day because we got to the end of the thing. We're like, okay, well now what do we do? We've just watched these very, disturbing little puppets, and the social commentary that comes with that. And we didn't know how to handle ourselves for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm dodging your question, Pat, because you put me on the spot, but I don't really realistically, I don't have much negative to say about my experience working with you at the church. So there you go.
It's a good answer.
All my
Quips.
yeah, everything I didn't like about it was not Pat related. So
Good way to put that.
I actually miss Pat at church. So there you go.
Yeah. All right. We have two more, so I'm assuming he gave two to each of us.
Second question for Ashton. I want advice from you on the air on whether I should sell my house right now or whether I should rent it out. I want to move down to Monticello in the woods with my parents and Lydia and her kids and spend some time with them. And I got a house here that I don't need. What should I do? Thanks.
Pat, I would say it would depend on if you have someone you feel would be a good renter, and then also if you see them renting long term. But if it was me, I would say in the current climate, sell the house because you're going to get more bang for your buck right now. And if you've already got a place to go to with your family in South Georgia and you're not looking at having to turn around and buy another house, then I would say sell your house, pocket the extra money, and it should be, once rates cool down and hopefully housing prices adjust to, what would you say, something more normal, that you'd be able to buy you another house down the road and have a little bit of extra money left over from the sale. So I would say you sell the house.
I think I'd agree with that. Last one. Hopefully this is a real question.
Second question for Jesse. If you were only able to own one vehicle from today to the end of your time, aka death, what vehicle would it be? You're allowed to choose from the vehicles that you have owned or your dad has owned or that you have worked on yourself. Keep in mind, this vehicle that you will own forever, you'll still have to maintain it. You'll have to work on it and keep it on the road. What would that vehicle be and why?
What a
Dang.
cool question.
First of all, impossible. I'm not good at keeping cars. Wow. I'm just gonna take out the factor of gas mileage and all that crap because I'll be driving every day. Although I guess that's a part of it.
It has to be your Mustang.
Which one?
What a... You believe this guy?
What a.
I thought you were gonna say
You
it
want
first.
to talk about first world problem?
Yeah.
Which one? The
Which
older one?
Mustang?
Well, the
Which
thing is, it gets like 9 miles to the gallon.
No,
the
I'm
old
talking
one.
about the one that you currently drive to work.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a.
It's the most, I would say, okay, sure, you had the Juke.
I'll tell you what mine went to first.
Okay.
Was the 350Z. Do you remember that car?
That one would be good too. Yeah.
That was really fun. It was a Nissan, so it was reliable. The problem is I didn't know how to fix it and work on it. That's what my mind goes to. So, like, then I went back to my Firebird. That was so easy to work on if it broke. That's a crazy good question.
But you had to work on it.
Yeah. It always broke. That was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I would...
Volkswagen van.
Okay, Michael Kelso.
Dude, you know how long it would take me to get around town in that stupid thing? It did not go over 40 miles an hour without it shaking.
You were getting around town in that van.
That's true. Yeah.
You were getting around town in that van.
Okay. Trey didn't listen to that episode, so he doesn't really probably get that. We'll fill you in. I would... Man, that's freaking tough. The easy answer would be the Mustang I have now, the newer Mustang, just because it's like newer and reliable, but it's not fun. I'm going to go with the Mustang right now that my dad is working on, that blue one, that California special that he's turning into a Shelby, because I know when he's done with it, it's going to be reliable and done, and I know how to work on that car. And it's one of the prettiest cars I've ever seen. So I think that's my answer.
Cool.
It's a 68 Shelby GT350 California special. That's my answer, Pat.
Nice. Was that your idea to have him do questions?
It was.
What a cool idea.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good questions, Pat.
Yeah. And I'll put them in so it actually sounds normal, but I thought it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Cool. Yeah.
I had my vehicle service this week, and have to go every 6 months basically. And I don't know if you've ever had your car serviced at a dealership, but
Once.
you're there for at least 3 hours
Mhm.
if you wait on the car. For whatever reason,
Wait, did you say you had your car serviced once?
No, at a dealership.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's my fault.
Juliana's dad does it now.
Okay, cool.
nice.
I was like, one time, dude?
No.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
I'm not dumb. I'm not
Okay.
dumb.
Okay.
I know how to change a tire.
Is there an inside story?
There's
to that?
no
Is that
inside
why-
story.
He
Pat-
just assumed. Is it because when your car got that flat tire, you didn't drive it for like 6 months?
I'm sure that's the reason
That's
why.
probably why.
I am sure that's the reason why. But it's more laziness rather than
Yeah.
lack of know-how.
And it was COVID when you like didn't have to drive, right? So you
Yeah,
took Jules'
yeah.
car everywhere.
And
Right.
like the only time I left the house was to go to church.
Right. Okay.
Which realistically is what I do now.
That cracked me up. When I heard that.
Gutted him for both questions. What a dickhead.